the overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. So that's focus. Could be working hard on something, planning something. It is earth energy. Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So yeah, let's see. First card we have is the Ten of Wands. So that's a burden. Right off top. Six of Cups. Justice. So in the past, someone was done unfairly. Justice is Libra energy as well. But so in the past there could have been some sort of betrayal as well. Or just like I said, you know, treated unfairly. That has to do with a burden though. Eight of Wands, that's some communication coming in. Could be in the form of text messages, social media posts, social media traffic, strength. Whatever communication that has come through, you know, it took strength to deal with, or take strength. I see the Star card here. That's the card of Aquarius. So maybe you want to communicate with someone, or maybe they want to communicate with you. Maybe they need to gather up the strength to come toward you, or maybe you are resisting this person. Take it how it resonates. Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck. Earth energy as well. Three of Cups. So that's slow to commit, but and also it's just very slow moving energy. But with the Three of Cups, it's like a reuniting, a celebration. Maybe you haven't seen this person in a while. Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginning. Queen of Swords. Maybe you cut this person off. Maybe they used to only come in with their wand for sex. Six of Swords, moving on toward calmer waters, moving past obstacles, going toward the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is the next card. Knight of Wands, so that's some flighty in and out in energy. The Fool, but somebody wants a clean slate, a new beginning. So maybe somebody from your past that you was dealing with, a masculine energy, you know, they were flighty, they were in and out. It seems that they want to move toward calmer waters with you. They want a clean slate. But, I mean, you'll hear this person out if they come forward, but it looks as if you set boundaries with this person, perhaps. Four of Wands. Two of Swords. So they could have a house, home, family with someone, and they're indecisive maybe. Maybe they didn't expect, you to come along. Seven of Pentacles. Or maybe they didn't expect things to transpire in whatever ways they have with whomever they may be with. This could also be your energy after putting your time, effort, and energy into dealing with this person. Maybe you didn't expect the outcome, the flighty, the in and out, the back and forth, the lack of stability, the lack of commitment. Queen of Wands. Ace of Swords. And the Hierophant. So they could be in a commitment. Maybe they gain some sort of truth and clarity about this commitment. They could be with a Queen of Wands. That could be the reason why they got with this person, because they were very attractive. But yeah, next card is Eight of Cups. They fell out of love with that person, but they're still dealing with that person, the Chariot. But that's some swift energy coming in unexpectedly. The High Priestess, and you knew that they were given to another person. It was a codependent relationship amongst you and this person. Due to the fact that they were dealing with someone else, they could not give to you what you were willing and able to give to them. Queen of Cups. The person that they're with loves them. The Emperor. They could be the father of that feminine energies, child or children. So yeah, they're playing the father figure role. Three of Swords. There's some heartbreak. Seven of Wands. Guards up. The Tower. So yeah, maybe you blocked this person, and they really did not expect that. That was a Tower moment for them. It broke their heart. Yeah. They apparently came in with some loving and kind and caring messages, or wanted to. But of course, if they were blocked, they didn't see that. Ace of Cups, they're in love with you. They want a new beginning in love with you. They are worried, having sleepless nights with the Nine of Swords. They got regrets. They're sad. They probably wish they would have chose you. Page of Pentacles. Instead, they friend zoned you. They thought they were victorious. They thought you would never leave them or cut them off or move on, what have you. Ten of Swords, like I say, betrayal energy. The Devil. Yeah. This person was toxic in the past. They betrayed you. It seemed like they betrayed whomever else they were with. It seemed like they're in a probably some sort of toxic dynamic with the Queen of Pentacles. That is Earth energy. Earth signs are Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Four of Swords, resting, chilling, healing, meditating. Four of Pentacles, not, sharing your time, effort, energy, money, resources. The Wheel of Fortune. The Judgment. So, someone was, whether if it was you or them, someone was forced to make a judgment about, was or is being forced to make a judgment, a decision about which way to go, what to do. Right now, they're in the Hangman. They put themselves in the Hangman energy to gain a different perspective. This could be you. Seven of Swords, you don't trust this person. They were sneaking, hiding, lying, getting away with shit. The Moon, exactly. Secrets. Five of Wands, which ultimately caused conflict in the dynamic between you two. Page of Cups, sorry, apologetic, but really can't do shit about it. Like, really not doing anything to, I don't know what the word is, clear things up, rectify the situation. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. That's balance. That's patience. Alchemy. Someone wants to balance things out with you. They do. But at the same time, they just settling for whatever's going on. They just tend to settle with it. They're not totally happy. They just accept it. But the sun reveals some things. Five of Swords, that's the defeat. One-upping, tit for tat. Then you have the Eight of Swords, that's feeling stuck, tied, and bound. So this person feels defeated because they feel like they can't move, they can't do anything, they feel like they have no choice but to settle. I was gonna say, but that ain't the truth. And the next card is Nine of Wands. That's what they feel. But the truth is, they're the ones they're still holding on. They're the ones still holding on way past the expiration date. Like they supposed to been let go. I guess they just don't see how. Seven of Cups. Like that's an illusion. Confusion, delusion, Keep telling themselves that this is the right thing to do. This is the right person. This is the right situation. King of Cups. Page of Wands. At one point in time, they had great love. They love this person. They're just not in love with that person. In other words, I think they fell out of love romantically, but they still care for the person. They still love the person, especially got love for the person, especially if this person, if it's a female and this is a male, if that female had his child or children, and of course they got love for that person. But they were once excited about that person, They had a great deal of love for that person, and they still do. It's just not, romantically, it's not clicking. Three of Wands, waiting for shifts to come in. Two of Cups. Some relationship or connection. You got the lover situation. So it's like this person, I feel like they're in love with you. I feel like y'all have a deep, strong connection. But they still, and it's like they choose you when it comes to romantic love, but they still haven't chose you, if that makes sense. They're still with this other person. They still have not made a decision in love as far as who they want to spend the rest of their lives with. Because if it's you, then they need to take the action toward that. They need to go ahead and clear and clean that situation up and finalize it. Close that door. That's the only way that they can be with you. Realistically anyway. Ten of Pentacles, but it could be challenging for this person. They could have been with this person for a long time, like long-term commitment, like could have been 10 years or more. The World, a cycle, a karmic cycle. They had to go through some things with that person to learn some things. The Empress, yes, like I said, it could be the mother of their child. King of Wands, they want to take some sort of action, though. Knight of Swords, a message comes out of the blue abruptly. It's the fastest moving knight in the deck. It's like jumping for an opportunity, because right here I'm looking at the Two of Pentacles as the next card. So jumping for an opportunity to juggle you again. And I dropped the card and it turned upside down. So yeah, that's dead. You ain't finna either you not finna allow it, or this person is gonna figure out a way to get away. I don't know why I said get away, but get out of this situation. But they might want to try to get away at least for a moment to get to you. But Page of Swords, gathering information, spying. Four of Cups, ignoring though, not doing shit about anything. The Hermit, going in, soul searching, trying to figure out what it is that you want. This could be this person. They're showing up as the King of Pentacles. They're focused on their stability. I gather for someone out here, I hear that they think a lot about you when they're at work. I don't know what type of work they do, but they think about you a lot when they're at work. They miss you with the Five of Pentacles here. They feel left out in the cold. Maybe they left you out in the cold. Maybe you left them out in the cold. King of Swords. They mad. They determined, though. They want to get next to you, but they're working with another person, with this other person, Three of Pentacles. So I guess they can't just stop and drop everything because they got some sort of like a partnership, negotiation. I just heard a promise. Ace of Pentacles is the next card. That's an offer of stability. And then the Death card is next. That's a complete ending and or transformation. So, Two of Wands. Somebody got to make a decision, a choice between two paths. Yeah, in order to offer you this Ace of Pentacles, they have got to end this partnership. So even if it's kind of like even if they break up with the person, or if they have broken up with the person, if they got children together, they still could be, have certain things set up that not necessarily has to do with the child, but, it's certain things they got set up, maybe some sort of financial agreement. Maybe, I'm just using an example. Maybe somebody got a car and the other person's, it's in the other person's name or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to cut all ties. This person has to cut all ties from this other person in order to be with you. So they got a choice, a decision between you and this other person. Two paths. The Magician. Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, I gather they come to you with that Magician energy a lot, trying to manipulate you, because why? You're single. Single, self-sufficient, abundant. You ain't got nobody tying you down. If you decide you want to date people and talk to people, you do that, but you're not in a relationship. You're not in a commitment. You don't have no ties to nobody. You're not working with another person. Like, there's nothing stopping you or holding you back, in other words. But the fact that they cannot seem to let this person go that they're with, for whatever reasons, they have to come with the Magician energy, and they pull on your heartstrings with the Cups, water energy. They try to offer you something that seems stable, but it's not. It's more so on the friend zone line of things. They do tell you truth with the Swords, air energy, and then they come with their wand and try to make it all better. And then we're back at the overall energy. Someone is planning, focused, Like I said, you might be restraining, like holding yourself back when this person comes, or maybe you miss this person. Maybe you want to reach out to them. Maybe the thought has crossed your mind, but you like, hell no. I mean, it's okay to miss people, man. That means you actually fucking care in the first place and shit. But so a lot of times when you move on from people, places, and things, you know, it's bittersweet. You look back on memory lane and shit, and it's like, god damn, I kind of miss the talks we had. I kind of miss the fun we had. I kind of miss this person's smile. I kind of miss, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind seeing this person again, but then you start to think about all of what you went through and what all you had to heal from, and it's like, I don't know if it's worth it, bitch. I don't know if it's worth it. But yeah, so that's what I got. Until next time, one love.